Good morning, Colin. I wondered if you would like to introduce yourself, please.
Hi, I'm Colin Stewart. I'm the subject leader for Engineering and Aviation at Perth College UHI.
Excellent. Would you like to tell me a little bit more about the courses you look after?
So we're going to talk about our NQ courses, so our level 4, 5, and 6 course. So we've got an NQ in Engineering Skills, we've got an NQ in Engineering Practice, and an Engineering Systems course. And each one of those would follow on from the next. Our level 4, our skills course, this is probably about 2/3 of the time you're going to spend in the workshop, and we're going to go through specifically welding and sheet metal work. So this is a good introduction course if you've never been in a workshop before, or if you may be thinking about you want to go into an apprenticeship. In terms of the people that come on this, we have a lot of school leavers who are maybe 16, 17-year-old coming at this course, but we also have a lot of, well, not a lot of, but we do have some older students who are people that have maybe decided they want a career change. And so they've decided maybe in their late 30s or early 40s that they'd like to work in a workshop or work with tools. And so they come on in and we show them how to do it safely. Our level 5, so the successor course to that one's our engineering practice course. And with that one, you maybe spend about 50 or 60% of your time in the workshop and maybe 40 or 50% of your time in a classroom. So this one's more, there is more classroom work, but you are going to do more advanced welding techniques, more advanced sheet metal, and what's called fitting techniques. And then that, again, if you've got somebody that's leaving school, maybe with like the Nat 5s in maths, maybe physics, we have people coming on the course from school. And because we do have older people coming in to either reskill or learn a new trade, again, we do have some older, mature students on those courses. And then that leads into your level 6 qualification. So this one does have a little less workshop time. You maybe only spending 1/3 of your time in the workshop. But this course is more geared towards people that maybe want to bridge that gap into maybe an apprenticeship. In fact, a lot of apprentices from local employers do come to the college to do this course as part of their modern apprenticeship. And this gives them their academic grounding so that they can perform higher level operations. So sometimes if you're doing welding or you're making something out of sheet metal, you will have to do some calculations. You need to work out how much you need. If you're going to bend stuff, it distorts. You need to be able to work that out. And of course, you know, if you were going to work for yourself, you need to be able to cost these things. Or if you're going to work for a smaller employer, so some of the smaller employers in time do send their apprentices here, and the expectation would be that those guys could generate invoices and do costings and stuff like that, which might not sound like the exciting bit of your job, but it's the bit that gets you the money. And so this course, the level 6 would be, for some people, that's where they would maybe stop their academic career. Some people, it becomes a bridging course if they want to move on to like an HN qualification or degree. So these 3 courses I've just chatted about, the skills, the practice, and the systems, they do form like a nice little unit in themselves. And we do have a lot of local employers in the weld and fabrication industry who do reach out to us when they want to take on modern apprentices. Because if we have a high performing student, maybe in the skills course or the practice course, sometimes the systems course, they maybe ask if we could put them in touch, or actually more likely tell the students that these opportunities are there for them, because they would much rather take on somebody who has some fundamental understanding, who can be safe in a workshop. That's the important bit. Yeah. Yes. And as I've said as well, modern apprenticeships, they do include a level 5 or a level 6 qualification. So sometimes we have had students who have come in out of school, they've done their level 5 or their level 6 as a student, they've gone on to take on an apprenticeship, and instead of having to do a 3-year apprenticeship, they've been able to do a 2-year apprenticeship because they've already done a lot of the stuff that they would do in their first year. And so this is also one of the reasons why employers will come to us and ask if we've got anyone in the level 5 or 6 who are quite good, because they might be needing more staff because they'll be looking 2 or 3 years in the future, and they might need somebody who can become a skilled craftsperson in 2 years. And so they can cut their time short. Also, I like to tell them it means that you'll be on apprentice money for 1 year less.
Absolutely. It sounds like there's really good opportunities there, and a good career path in as well. I just wondered, Colin, what do you enjoy most about working at Perth College UHI?
It's working with the students who, they want to succeed, and you help them succeed. And it does give you a wee bit of a buzz knowing that you helped somebody get where they wanted to be. I mean, they do the work, but you help them along.
Absolutely. I'm very interested in what is in the background there, Colin. Do you want to tell me
I'm
what?
amazed that you would notice
Yeah.
and ask about my lovely robots. So
They're
what we've got
robots,
here,
are they?
these are Lego robots. Now, I'll just grab one for you. This guy. So what we've got here. So because a lot of the local employers, they're starting to use more computer controlled stuff. Now you might think, oh, it's Lego, it's a toy, right? It's not really a toy. It's Lego because Lego make these things. It's called a Mindstorms Lego robot, and what we've got here is a wee programmable brick. We call this the brick. This is basically the brain, and he's got some inputs and some outputs, and basically we can program this guy. So this one's a little gyroscopic robot. Unfortunately, I can't get him up and running and let you see him on the camera and stuff, but this guy will balance on 2 wheels, and he's got some little sensors, and if you show him different colors on this guy here, this is a color sense, if you show him different colors on there, he'll execute different maneuvers.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And
Brilliant.
so again, we use this because, well, it's Lego. Everybody can use Lego. It's easy to assemble, easy to disassemble. Lego use the Scratch programming language, so a lot of the school kids coming up from, even at primary school, you're starting to learn to use Scratch coding now. We can connect this brick to a laptop. There's a wee USB connection here. And the Lego programming language is very much like Lego. You pull modules together and click them together, and you can build a sequence of operations. And so this is something we've only recently started using in our level 4 and our level 5 courses. And it's basically just to introduce people to programming in a fun way. Yeah, because there are basic sets. So I've got the 4 basic sets that you can build. So we've got the gyro boy, there's a color sorter, a robot arm, and there's puppy.
I'm glad they've got names. I was going to ask you what their names
Oh yeah,
were.
this is gyro boy. Just a color sorter. What you do with this guy is you program it it feeds all these different color bricks, and it puts them along this conveyor belt, and it will put them in different piles. It will organize them in colors. This one is a robot arm. Program it, pick stuff up, put it down by command. Of course, puppy doesn't do backflips, but puppy has a little color brick. So this is puppy.
And ears.
Yeah, so this is puppy.
Fantastic.
Here's a little bone with different colors, and if you thumb the different colors to the color sensor, you get to do different tricks. These are the 4 basic models that Lego have that we use to learn like the basic skills, and then we basically just give you a wee problem. Can you build a robot that helped solve this problem. And we normally would group a pair of students up, give them one of the kits, give them a laptop with the coding language, and they go away and practice. And the whole point in this isn't just to have fun and play with Lego. That's not what I'm doing here at all. It's to introduce the coding language, because if you are going to go on to do, say, an apprenticeship, depending on where you go, so if you were to go to a local employer, many local employers are available. I won't drop any names, but a lot of them are using equipment that does have some coding, and I wouldn't say complex, but it does involve a wee bit of background knowledge. And so by building your own scratch coding, you're well set up to go into a workplace and use some of these more complicated bits of equipment like jet cutters, CNC machines, etc.
Okay, brilliant, Colin. That's been a really useful and fun chat. Thanks for introducing us to your Lego robots. They were great. And I think that's been a really useful introduction to your engineering courses. So thanks for your time.
Okay, thanks very much. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.